Alright, we're going to get ready to check this IF cans out. We pulled the push button assembly out to make room for Papa. Here is that third wire that I was mentioning in the previous video clip, previous video release. Comes back over here and ties back in there. Kind of hard to see, but it goes back into there. Where's my pig sticker? Right back in there. That's that brown one that comes out. It comes all the way over to this side, and it ties into here. Now, I don't know why they tied it into the power feed here. Maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe it does. I'm not sure, but this wire is going to come out. It's not needed anymore. So, and the last, I don't know, 6 that I've done of these, they've all been removed. I don't know why they want to tie it to that power point right there anyway. So now, moving on. Over here, down in that little hole right there that you see back down in there, that's first IF. Over here, down in that little hole there, that's the second IF. So what we're going to do is we're going to check the primary and secondary windings of each of these coils, and to do that, as usual, the one that comes off the plate of the previous stage is the blue one, and the red is ties to B+. Over here, the secondary then goes to the grid of the next stage, and it's green, and the one other side of that secondary coil comes out and ties back over here to this antenna coil. And those are kind of hard to see. There's a 2-lug terminal strip with an isolated ground lug. One side ties to the red, the B+. That red of that IF can comes out of there and ties to that lug. The blue comes over here and ties right there on pin 2 of the V8 tube. And the black comes out of there and comes up here and ties to this antenna coil. That is that point right there. And what do we got left? The green. The green, there it is. See that green one right there? It comes up and ties to pin 6 of the A7 tube. So those are going to be our points for checking the first IF. The points for the second IF, the red comes up and it comes over here to B+. It ties to the triangle section of the E-cap, the canister E-cap. That will be right there. There's a triangle. It's a 15 microfarad. It comes up here, comes across here, comes up here. So that's where we're going to check it. We're going to check it at that point. At this point right up here. Okay, now the blue, the other side of the primary. It comes down here and ties to pin 2 of the A7 tube. You see that blue wire right there goes down into there? It comes over here and ties to pin 2 of the A7 tube. That's going to be this point right here. The green ties to pin 6 of the A4. The A4 green. There it is right there. It goes down into there. Comes up here. You can barely see it there under that resistor. That is pin 6 of that tube. A4. The other side. Now, here's where it gets, I don't know, questionable, iffy, problematic, whatever. There's 2 lines out on this one. Everything in this dashed outline is inside the can. That 47K is inside the can. These 2 condensers, they are inside the can, and this 470K is inside the can. Here's one lead out. I'm calling it a white because it doesn't look like any other color. So it comes up here and ties to this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lug with an isolated ground terminal strip. So it comes up here and ties to that terminal strip. That is that one. It also ties to the pin 7 of the A4. The other side is the one we're going to be checking. That's the brown. We're going to be reading through a 47K resistor. So we're not going to get tone on that because of the value is so high. So we're going to switch to an ohms reading and take a reading and see what it is. And we're going to check it right there at that point, which is right here on the last lug of that 5 lug terminal strip. It shares that cap right there. That is that cap right there. It also shares at a 1.5 meg. And that's what that one is. So that is the point we're going to check the other side of the secondary of the second IF. So let me get this thing in a stirrup and we'll do the check on the IF cans. Stand by. Alright, I hope I got you at a fairly good spot. Since we already discussed what our plan of attack, all you're probably going to be able to get out of this is the tone. Except for the reading that we're going to read for ohms over here on the secondary of the second IF. So let me turn my tone narrator on. There we go. Hopefully you can hear that. Okay, now primary of the first IF, the blue, pin 2 of the B8, and the one terminal of the two lug terminal strip. 14.9 ohms with a tone. So let me get my markerator. 14.9. We got 14.9. Okay, now the secondary, it is the green and the black. The green is down there on pin 6 of the A7 tube. There we go, that one. And the other one's up here on this lug of the antenna coil. 14.3, 14.4 ohms with tone. 14.4. Alright, that checks out. SETI Alpha 6 as checked out. Alright, now the primary of the second IF. Red is going to be 1, which is the triangle up here on the 2-section cap. And the blue is going to be down here on pin 2 of the A7 tube. Get down there, you. 29 ohms. 29 ohms. What tone? So we want 29. 29. Okay, now we want the green and the brown. The green is right here on pin 6 of the A4, and the other one, you're not going to be able to see it very well. Let's get this down here so we can make room for eyeballs. Okay, and the last lug on this 5-section lug over here, no tone, so a gentle reminder that I need to switch it to ohms. So you're not going to hear a tone. So let's get that sucker stuck right there. We're 46.6. Let's say 47K on the money. 47K. So we're reading through that resistor. That resistor is in tolerance. And when you know it, it would be. When you know it would be. Because I'm going to remove these cans anyway. And we're going to check the wiring real good and make sure that it's all up to snuff. And since we're going to remove the cans, it was apparent that that value was going to be right on. So I don't have to deal with it now. So if we went the other way and went over here to the white wire from the grid of the A7 A4 tube, we would be reading through the 47K that's mounted in the can and the 470K that is mounted in the can. So we should be somewhere around 500K. And let's let it ramp up. It's at 420, 22, 23, 24, 25, 425K. So I mean the value is there. So I mean everything is copacetic in that can. So that's it for the IF coils. Now I do have some tentatives on the oscillator coil and the antenna coil, but I haven't validated which coils are attached to which lug, not like I did on the previous one for the Silvertone or the Stewart Warner. So now would be a good time to do that, because I've got this oscillator coil has all Krusty the Clown wires on it, or coming out of it, or connected to it. This one over here doesn't have any of that. It's got these cloth covered wires that are pretty stout. So, but once I get this one out, I'll be able to, now right here you can see there's a lead there that goes up to that lug, and there's a lead here coming up, goes up to this lug. Well, right away you can see that that little whisker right there that goes around there is tied to that lug and that lug. So if you get a reading across that, that's viable. But this enameled wire right here, I believe it ties to that coil, but I'm not sure which other end ties to one of these other. And there's 5 lugs on that. So I'll have to give you that information later on as I get it. Here's your wave trap coil. There's that dual patter, dual patter right there. That's the thing mounted up on the thing. That is that thing. So let me get to another stage here and we'll continue on. So thanks for watching.